Hello, my name is Sean Power and this is my video on the mise en scène that was in my opening sequence. Regarding costumes for our actors, we chose Kaz to wear simplistic, comfortable leggings and a jumper to suit her casual vibe of just coming out from bed, like pajamas. The jumper is oversized to look like she was borrowing it from her boyfriend Mike, something iconic in most relationships, as well as also to show cuteness to the aesthetic of the sequence before brutal murder. Mike is also wearing pajamas to show how he has also gotten out of bed, revealing that they are being intruded within their home and they are unprepared for it. For the killer, he wears all black with a bird-like mask hiding his face, giving off Plague Doctor vibes, hinting that the rest of the film will be about curing/killing those who are hypothetically ill. For lighting, we chose to have it quite dimly lit so that it reveals the narrative takes place at nighttime, as well as also to make the story more frightening and scary because within the dark is the unknown, and also the killer. We do reveal Mike's dead body outside though, so for this we decided to have brighter lights outside of blues and reds to symbolize a security light outside of the house. Lastly, within our shots we light the killer in dark shading to symbolize him bathed in darkness, so to speak, making him look more frightening to the consumer as his face/mask becomes more unclear and distorted. For props, the main one is the killer's hammer, the murdered weapon of choice which he uses to murder Kaz and Mike with. The hammer is blunt and heavy, as can be seen from the size of it, therefore making the killer seem more brutal in his murders as the deaths of his victims will be more slow, showing that the killer enjoys to see his victims suffer, setting up the narrative of him in the rest of the story to be a cold and brutal killer. For location/set design, we set it within Ewhurst and make it seem like a large house/mansion, with a large open field outside which we show in our shots to emphasize the loneliness/isolation of the location. This henceforth makes the sequence more frightening once we understand that the killer has been hiding in the fireplace the entire time, because that way we get the sense of the perversion of normality in it that he has been so close to her the entire time, and now she has no way of escaping. This adds to the genre of our sequence being a slasher because it elevates the fear that we have for the killer, giving hopelessness to the innocent victims. For makeup, once Mike was killed, we poured the fake blood on him to show how he has been brutally murdered, wiping it on him with our hands and letting the fake blood drip down on him. We wanted there to be lots of blood on his clothes to show how the killer has no care for Mike or any of his victims, and instead enjoys the messiness of the murders, which is why he uses the hammer in the first place, because the hammer is also covered in blood. For direction of our actors, we positioned Mike to be outside slumped dead on a tree, as that way we would also have a good reveal for his dead body. We directed him to still reach out a bit with his arms and to breathe heavy, to show that although he is not completely dead, he is dying and therefore he will die soon, thus creating more fear in the slasher because if Mike is still alive, it means he is still suffering from the pain and his injuries. When we revealed the killer, we made sure Amir rises up tall with his hammer in his hand, as that way it gives off the influence that he is large and opposing, which once again creates fear in the slasher. Thank you for listening.